they are close to it and services will be required for the operations. And
Taxi drivers, the hotels, visitors of all kind.
Yeah.
As long as there are enterprising people there,
Yes.
who will deliver the service that's required, they can benefit. But the local authorities can also make the effort to encourage people. And I know there are training institutes that are being set up there to train people more specifically in oil business. That's an excellent idea, excellent idea. And there's no reason why the smartest people from Western region, instead of maybe going off to Accra or the United States or wherever, can develop their skills locally and use them locally and bring that wealth locally.
Oil it's just another commodity, isn't it?
The growth of the United States is based hugely on commodity. Development of commodities, agricultural produce, mining produce, iron ore and the rest.
Without value addition, you mean in its primary form?
Its primary form was the origins of it. It did export, but it also developed it for local consumption. Now, one of the important things about the Jubilee oil field is the gas that is there.
Right.
And that was very similar circumstances to the UK, where the oil was a core part of it, but in fact the gas, in many ways, became the more important part of it. And that was gas that was brought on shore, and for the whole of the British economy, there was a huge boost from cheap energy that was delivered by the gas.
Electricity.
I remember in my own home, we were connected to North Sea gas in 1970, 78, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was half the price, it was
Reliable.
clean and efficient and reliable.
Yeah.
And that had a big transformational effect throughout the British economy, that we had this regular, reliable source of economic energy. And that provided a boost to the whole economy. And that, I know, is the intention here, to use the gas supplies, which are also an important part of the Jubilee reserves, to bring onshore and develop. Raw materials themselves, the export of raw materials, are no harm to an economy. It's how you manage it and how you are able to develop added value or ancillary benefits from that. So the gold mining industry here has been a benefit to the country. The export of cocoa has been a benefit to the country. It's all brought money, skills,
I don't know that
education
everybody would agree with you on that when you say, well, not everybody, but when you say that the gold mining has brought benefit. The gold mining sector is one of those areas where on a regular basis you get people wondering where on balance really whether it has been beneficial or not. So, I mean, you think it has, obviously.
Yes, from what I have seen. Okay, it has taken time
Yes.
to develop that skill, but it is, the people of the Western region have employment, the benefit. The companies have got better at developing their corporate social responsibility.
Yeah, that's key, isn't it?
And I think you have the opportunity now with the Jubilee field that all the companies coming in should commit themselves to develop that kind of corporate.
Because there are
social
lessons to be learned from that we could.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cocoa, the benefits were spread throughout the country. Wherever you could grow cocoa, people could benefit from. That's a rather different kind of raw material. But the development of raw materials does not in itself lead inherently to underdevelopment. It's how you use it. Now, this country cannot use all the oil it will produce. You need to sell it onto the global market. But it will produce a stream of revenue over a period of 20 years or more that the state can use. And the key thing is using that revenue from whatever raw material wisely.
But if you took cocoa, don't you think we would have gained a lot more benefit if it was a processed product? I mean, a value had been added rather than just selling cocoa beans. That's the point I'm making about adding value.
You can, but those industries should develop of their own accord if you have a competitive advantage, if you can attract investors who will build cocoa processing
That's it,
facilities here. And if they can do that competitively, that's fine. If they can't do it competitively, you're still better buying it in because you end up subsidizing these manufacturing industries. And subsidies basically are taking money from the taxpayer and giving it to the industry. Which is not an efficient, rather than the industry producing tax that goes to the people of the country.
Interesting. I can't let you go without asking you about, Britain and Ghana. I mean, Britain has gotten more active here. I mean, it's always been. But before you go, I mean, what is it that excites Britain about Ghana? What do you want from this partnership?
It's interesting, over the last few years that I've been watching Ghana, Ghana is now on the map for the UK. To some extent it has always been here. There's long historical links between the country, but more so than ever now, it's on the map for two reasons. The oil industry is one.
Yes.
But the secondly is that it is such a great example of how an African country can develop politically and economically. And that provides a great incentive for British business to come here. And President Mills, when he was in London, explicitly gave a message that, you know, we are open to business, we are a government that you can trust, come and invest here. And a lot of British companies are taking up that challenge, particularly in the oil sector. We have expertise and companies dealing with research, risk management, hose manufacture, all kinds of service industries supplying the oil. They're all coming here regularly. We had one trade mission last year. We have 2 more coming in this year, bringing those British companies offering. That's not alone. We have long-standing British investors here, like Unilever, who've been here for over 100 years. Likewise, Cadbury's, alongside the new ones, of which Tullow is probably the largest single, but the other one is Vodafone, who are coming in here because Ghana is a land of opportunity. And I think that's also feeding through into many of the Ghanaians who live in the UK, who are finding times are quite hard there. They may be even better back here.
I appreciate you coming.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you.